Welcome back to our playthrough of Fallout 4, where we're siding with the Institute. And by siding with the Institute, I mean we're playing Mighty No.9.
Oh, shoot.
Damn it, we can't escape this game.
One can hope. One can dream. Only so those dreams can be ripped to shreds.
You'll see me go into the options. You can actually put moves on quick select. I put brandishes on the first one, and there's a reason for that.
The fact that it is called rec selection is so upsetting.
I hope you like bees, by the way. Dynatron is a bee.
Oh.
And her weakness is brandish.
But they're red. Why are they all red? If it was a bee...
Well, brandish is not a bee, but Dynatron's a bee.
Yeah, they could have made it look like a bee.
Well,
Freaking...
She looks like a bee. I'm a bee, I'm a bee, I'm a bee.
Plug, man.
This level sucks, by the way. I got him to sing, thank God.
Oh, shoot. Oh, I love that one! The slushies! Oh, that was such a good VeggieTale. Oh, man, the walls of Jericho.
The reason why I included that is because he said Soccer Blue, and I immediately went into Oui oui, Jean-Claude, oui oui.
Gosh, freaking dang. There was so much VeggieTales I grew up on that I just loved for random shenanigans like that.
By the way, you're seeing me use Brandish's weapon.
Oh, it's the sword.
Yeah, it doesn't use up any energy unless you charge attack it, which you'll never do.
Wait, do your normal bullets use energy?
No.
No!
You'll see me do this sometimes where I end up dashing backwards. It's because the D-pad on the Xbox 360 is hot garbage.
It is. Well, I guess it depends on what version of the controller you have. What, were you using a rock candy at this point?
No, I'm using my GameStop branded official Xbox 360 controller.
Oh, it's GameStop branded.
GameStop branded.
That's like asking for a Mad Catz GameCube controller. You just don't do it.
Hey, when I'm playing Devil May Cry 5 and I end up switching styles when I'm wanting to be in Royal Guard and I end up being in Gunslinger, I know who exactly to blame.
Microsoft?
Yes. This level has a lot of bottomless pits, and it also has its own unique death trap that we'll see. Don't touch any of those, you'll die. I don't know if you were expecting me to say anything more.
That was a very slow ladder animation. Oh, jeez. Oh, what's this?
This sounds, this arena right here, you see this arena twice, sounds exactly like the boss warning noise in Mega Man X.
It does. Cuphead's a good animation. Sounds that. Wow, that was a really short arena. What the?
Yeah, because who cares? I don't know what this trap does because Brandish gets rid of it immediately, and I don't feel like playing this game again to figure out what it does.
The bees! You know, it's weird, because I feel like this game almost wants to dick you over for being a Mega Man fan. Because if you try and experiment, I just assume that stuff kills you. And then what, you do this all again?
I don't know what the traps do, because the only one that you see is, friggin'...
The only way I could see it being threatening is if it did kill you.
Battalions.
Because if you just lose a little bit of health, what's the damage, you know?
Don't look at me, I don't know. Again, I don't know what those mid-stage traps do. Don't touch those turbines, by the way, that's the unique death trap.
Spikes?
They're not spikes.
But they're basically spikes.
But they're basically spikes, because again, every level has to have a death trap that kills you instantly, because that's what Mega Man was all about, right?
Don't touch the pink.
Otherwise you'll get it in the stink. I'll explain why that happened. I thought I actually grabbed the ladder, but I didn't. I jumped too short.
Turns out, you suck.
Hey, when you're recording this at like 8 o'clock at night, you don't really care. Now, do you?
I like how, actually worthless the designs of most of these enemies are because there's no...
Yeah, because they either run into you or they shoot you, and both are equally worthless.
Yeah, and not only that, but there's no memorability behind them, you know?
Look at Mega Man's roster. Also, this is the hardest part of this level. You have to be right square up on the turbine and then dash under, and it's so finicky. I actually managed to get that in my first try when I did this level again. Because I did test through this level and I had a hard time there. But as you said, there's no, like, nothing of these enemies stands out. I can look at a Mega Man roster and be like, these are enemies. I can look at a Mega Man roster and be like, oh, this is Sniper Joe. Oh, these are the floating enemies. Like, enemies actually have a personality in Mega Man. Here, it's just fodder for you to kill.
And, you know, that might also be perhaps the fact that Mega Man's been around for a while with different iterations. Perhaps if there was more than one Mighty No.9. What if there was a Mighty No. 92?
What if there was a Mighty No. 76?
Battle Royale. Hope you're ready to get your free bags. Oh wait, made the wrong material.
This episode did open up with Fallout 4.
Name the artist.
Huey Lewis.
Is this just a loop or is this?
No, this is the song. It's hip.
No, I thought we were stuck in a loop for the animation.
No. If you're wondering why I have dubbed over Dinah, it's because she has one of the most annoying voices in the game. So I'd play the Huey Lewis and the Penn and Teller of It's Hip. To fuck these.
It's hip.
Anytime she says anything during this boss fight, you're gonna know about the bees. Because
time to meet the big bugs in the Ziki.
Oh, don't worry, you'll hear her voice after this, and it's one of the worst things ever. The voice acting in this game is not great. Even like qualified voice actors, because we'll see Steve Blum later on in this episode, who does Counter Shade. He phones his performance in. He just does his Steve Bloom impression. Also, yeah, you can see how dangerous Dinah is. Literally went down like it was nothing. Yeah. Granted, that happens in the Mega Man franchise, but not to that extent.
You saved me.
That's why I dubbed her over. I hope you love bee puns and the word Z. Did I say the word Z? I mean the letter Z. I scored bad, by the way.
We're gonna go back to Sesame Street. What's the letter of the day?
Z.
Oh shoot. You are now Dinatron. Holy freak! Look at them eyes.
That weapon actually doesn't have a correlating weapon from the Mega Man series. It's kind of its own thing.
I meant eyes.
Mighty No. 8.
Oh, don't worry.
Appears to be
Counter Shade.
Yeah, Counter Shade. Steve
Alright.
Blum being Steve Blum.
I like the name.
Yes, that's the business. This place must have its own power grid.
That's why I dubbed her over.
There's Shade. Playing
Hide and Zeke.
Fine.
Boy! Boy!
Oh my goodness.
This is just a fall.
No.
This is just a Fallout episode, by the way, because there's Big Iron on your hip. It's actually just Big Iron, but I want to say Big Iron on your hip.
Oh shoot.
Attention.
Is this Matarame's mansion?
No, this is the Capitol building of America.
The capital of America with the presidents in the background. There's an Obama!
Oh, don't worry, you'll see him again. There he is. This level's gimmick. This level has the gimmick of Counter Shade actually shooting at you. You see those bullets? That's Counter Shade.
Is he a sniper?
Yes.
That's kind of neat.
This level actually repeats if you keep going from left to right. You actually have to find Counter Shade and damage him.
Wait, is that them?
Yeah, that's Counter Shade.
Oh, so you
And
gotta
then-
look for him.
And then he teleports to a different room, and you have to go and find him again.
That is a good level design. That's creative.
This level has no checkpoints, and I'll bring that up when we get to a point.
Shoot. So if you get bopped, you get bopped.
Yeah. The level also, yeah, you'll see me fast forward for that because I'm just going through the same corridor over and over again to find Counter Shade.
You hit him very little there before he bopped. Wait, so you actually doing damage to him? Or
Yes.
Is it just like, is this basically the form of progression? You just find
That's the form of progression. When you do damage to him, it progresses to the next part of the
It
level.
doesn't actually require a certain amount of damage.
You have to hit him you have to get him to move around 4 times, and then you actually fight him as a boss.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if you hit him with the sword, if you hit him with the crash bomb, if there was a difference, you know.
I hit him with the sword because the sword's the fastest, and well, the sword is good.
Oh shoot! That you almost got hit. It wasn't telegraphed.
You'll see this later on. You can actually deflect those shots. I did not know you could deflect his shots.
Oh, what if it went back and hit him? That'd be the mess.
That's me figuring out, oh, I can deflect his shots. I'm just gonna run through the level now.
Here we go.
Oh shoot.
You know how I mentioned there's no checkpoints in this level? Those are instant death traps.
Oh no.
You touch those, you die instantly. Those are instant death, and there are no checkpoints in this level.
Good job, Mighty No.9.
Also, Counter-Strike's talking about, hey, you're being a robot dog following your human masters, but it's like, this is Mighty No.9, this isn't Mega Man X.
What is this, Terminator Salvation?
Is this T2?
Need a little assistance, Spec? No problem.
Not the face!
I hate the letter Z.
Charge cards.
Charge cards.
Hey, thanks, Dinah.
Charge cards.
Would you like my card?
Oh, that's so
Toodles.
disturbing every time I see it.
Worker Man's a terrible movie, but it's a fun kind of terrible. Unlike Mighty No.9.
The Wicked Man.
But, much like some of the other levels, i.e. the rest of the levels,
Oh, saw the
There's-
FPS drop.
there's nothing that matters here. Like,
Bring it up.
That's the case for most of them. You're just saving your friends.
well, I'm saying, like, there's no challenge, there's nothing to remind this level of outside of, hey, Counter-Strike shooting at you. But this level doesn't have, like, memorability. Also, don't touch those are instant death. You'll have to restart the whole entire level, and this is the end part of the level.
That would suck so much.
Guess what happened to me during the first few recordings?
It's time we sell just like robots.
I don't know why Steve Bloom is doing a terrible Texan accent. He's just doing Steve Bloom. This game doesn't have good voice acting.
Okay, now, little doggy. Let's see if you're all bark.
Like, he does the little doggy like he's from Texas.
Listen to me, Shade. You're
And we have
malfunctioning.
this weird subplot
Freedom
of
doesn't require all
this.
suffering.
Emancipation is worth any price, even if it costs
Okay.
human lives.
This is Mighty No.9.
Hmm.
He used the word emancipation.
That's a
That's a heavy word.
It is.
Dude, this is a Wendy's restaurant.
It's a Wendy's restaurant. Why are you talking about emancipating the robots in a game that has no reason talking about emancipating robots?
So strategy here. Get
Hit
involved
him.
with a sword.
Hit him. If you hit him enough times, you'll cancel out his moves. Just hit him. There's no strategy, just hit him. He teleports around the room. Wherever he teleports to, try to maneuver so you can shoot him, and then do that.
It looks like as long as you get to the right area, there's not a problem. But if you miss out and go to the wrong area, you might get hit by a bunch of random stuff.
Well, he shows off where he's shooting you. Like, he has a route where his bullets travel. So it's easy to avoid his attacks. And even when he starts doing his mid-fight attack, which is his ultimate attack, doesn't mean anything. That's me using the sub-tank, by the way. Yeah, it's just...
Die! 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 That's all I'm hearing from this guy.
Basically. This is his ultimate attack. It's... As long as you're moving, he can't hit you.
That's a interesting attack based off the graphic, but boy, does it actually suck.
Yeah, again, and by the end of this fight, he starts doing doppelganger stuff, but you know which one's the real one because he doesn't have a digital effect on him.
Huh.
This fight is not difficult, and I don't know why this fight goes for this gimmick because you can see how much he's not attacking.
Because what else are they gonna do?
Well, that's a question I ask every
Get
day
absorbed.
out of Mighty No.9.
Oh shoot, you see that? He said now. Gonna snap out right this instant.
I owe you one, don't I, Beck?
Listen to any other Steve Bloom's performances and you'll hear that. I'm sorry that I keep mentioning his voice acting, but Steve Bloom is somewhat well-known voice actor, and he phones it in. I got bad, as usual.
What?
I usually get bad or suck.
So what is the highest rank you can get?
I think it's S, but don't quote me on that.
Did you ever get that?
No. That weapon also doesn't have a correlation to any weapon.
Mr. Graham.
Oh, yes.
Oh no,
Yes.
he may be the villain. It's almost like you can
Our
easily
own
figure that
resources
out
are
through
dedicated
context
to resolving
clues.
it. Uh-huh. Yes. Yes.
Who's he
sir.
talking to?
Oh,
No one
that's
knows.
very wise of you,
No one
sir.
cares. He's
Thank
not
you,
important to
sir.
the plot.
Yes.
Whoever this person he's talking to on the
They're
phone.
setting up for the sequel.
Oh, don't worry. I'll show you set up for a sequel in the final
Oh
episode.
shoot, punch the phone.
And not torturing Blackwell to get the answer.
They tried to do this thing with Graham where he's like, why are they not attacking Blackwell? Why are they not torturing him to get the information? And it's like, you know he's the villain because he's immediately blaming Dr. Blackwell.
Oh.
Like, you have no reason to say Blackwell's the villain because you haven't seen him, all you know is hearsay, so why should you believe that he's the villain?
Yeah.
When you have Graham who's like, blame him, it's not my fault. And it's like, no, you're the villain.
Should we tackle next?
Well, we're gonna quit out, Dr. Sonda, because this is the end of the episode. And you're gonna say the thing that you usually say at the end of these
Initializing
episodes.
power down sequence.
I'm waiting for it.
Bye for now.
You're not gonna say it.
You're right.
Because I said something.